Hi, welcome to Astro Vibes. This is Krishna. Hope everyone doing great. Today, let's talk about the planet Rahu. I mean, the astrological planet. It is not the real physical planet, but it is a shadow planet. This is a special planet that the nodal point which the shadow of moon on the north node, so we call it as Rahu. So this Rahu is an astrological point from Vedic astrology. We take it as a virtual planet which is not physically exist, Rahu. There is a quite big reason to have been to include Rahu in Vedic astrology. It gives you certain right amount of predictions it helps you to give you right amount of predictions when you see in a big picture of astrological birth chart. So to make calculation predictions much more accurate, this Rahu helps, even though it's not in the physical way a planet, but this is very good way of Maharshis added as a planet included in the astrological aspects. So astrological texts. So let's talk about what are the areas that governs Rahu and what is its characteristics like. Rahu is a clever, which is having only the upper part of the body. It doesn't have a lower part of the body, which is lower part of the body is with the Ketu. So it deals with the upper part of the body. So by nature, Rahu is a Rakshasa, means a demon, which is chopped off by Lord Vishnu, that it has its own story on that behind. But if we talk about only the astrological way of what is its role in the birth chart, Rahu is a malefic planet. In sense, Rahu is very obsession in wherever it sits, and Rahu wants to be be a limelight in this materialistic world. So Rahu obsession to any materialistic things depends on where it sits, which house it sits. It exaggerates, it amplifies the house energy in a way to break the rules, or not in a traditional way. It thinks out of the box, and it sometimes breaks the rules. So it brings obsession to the mind, in particular in wherever it sits in the whichever places it actually sits in the house. So if it is on its own on the birth chart in any house, it is much better. Sometimes if it conjunct with any other planet, it amplifies the planet's energy by 100 times maybe. So that makes the planet breaks its traditional way of working and takes into the wrong way, and eventually it will fall you down, and it make you to suffer, and then finally it gives you sometimes it gives you end of the life to the spiritual way of thinking. That's the duty of Rahu. It does gives obsession in the first half of your life. I mean, around at least 40, and then it starts slowly realizing that the soul, I mean the native, is done wrong on that part of energy, and he or she corrects that energy, and finally moves into the spiritual path. That's the hard way of teaching a lesson That is what the Rahu in this life in your birth chart. It also says that is the area which you need to accomplish or to achieve that part of your life, where Ketu sits you already accomplished in your past life. But wherever Rahu is, that is the goal of your life. You need to achieve that in this life. So in the beginning, until up to it get matured, like in 40s, it is more of gives you a scary. It is like a shadow of Saturn. It gives you scare for nothing. Like it doesn't exist. Whatever you scare for, it doesn't exist. But it makes illusion and makes you scare of that thing to do. And that is what it is in the beginning days of if it sits in the wrong place. But it also makes you obsession, and the other way of Rahu is it amplifies the energy in a wrong way. Unless if there is a benefic aspect on the Rahu, then that is much better. Still it does break the rules, Rahu, but it's more of obsession, to be want to be on limelight, to be want to clever, cunning, all these things rules by Rahu. So wherever Rahu sets, that area of life you want to achieve in that area of your life. That is the goal of your current current life. So that is with the Rahu. Rahu is also karaka of fear, which is not exist, like illusion fear. Rahu deals with